A narcissistic relationship is filled with confusion and chaos mostly. Almost 90% of such a relationship is just like that. You do not know who you are dealing with. You do not know how you could possibly resolve all the issues, because the narcissist remains in a constant state of denial, which they reinforce through self-gaslighting, through gaslighting you, through abusing you and making it seem like they are the biggest victim, denying every attack they launch at you and turning you into a monster that you are not. But here and there, quite rarely and occasionally, they show moments of clarity, moments of near confession, near admission. They say things along the lines of, I know I do not have empathy. I know I am not that empathetic. I know I am not that great of a spouse, a husband or a wife, but that is who I am. So in these admissions and confessions, they kind of say who they are. They kind of show the awareness of what they are. But at the same time, there is this crazy justification tagged with the confession, which then kind of normalizes the behavior and makes it seem like, well, that is what it is, and you have to get along with it. This is what we are going to talk about in today's episode, how it impacts you, how it makes you hope against hope, and you just pray that they wake up and fully realize the truth of their personality. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. I help survivors of narcissistic abuse like you go from feeling broken, hopeless to healed, whole, and thriving. Before we begin with today's episode, I have a question for you. Did you experience these moments of hope in the narcissistic relationship where you heard the narcissist saying the right thing, but then it felt like, wow, maybe they're waking up, but then nothing happened? It was justified at the same time. If yes, what did it feel like? Let me know in the comments and help other survivors feel validated and less alone in their journey of healing and recovery. In my sessions, in the content that I post on different social media platforms, there is this one question that I get asked quite often. Is the narcissist aware of what they are doing? Do they know they are a narcissist? Are they aware of the fact they are doing something wrong? They are abusing other people? And to be honest, the answer to these questions is quite complicated and not so simple. Because yes, the narcissist definitely has the awareness of what they are doing, but that awareness is of no use because the narcissist justifies their actions. They think they are doing the right thing even if it is impacting you in the wrong way. What does that mean? That simply means anything and everything that impacts you or the narcissist negatively, the source of that is you. It is never them. The blame never goes to them. You make them do it. The dog made them do it. The door made them do it. Anything but them. And they think their actions are justified because you caused them that injury by saying that. You ridiculed them. You criticized them. The dog was barking. The door was not shutting properly, so they broke it. They hit the dog. They screamed at you. They name called you. Why did you do that? Because you made me do it. That is how this whole delusional, crazy justification works in their head, which tells us it doesn't matter how aware they are of their situation, because that awareness then is of no use. It doesn't lead to change. It's like a tiger becoming aware of its stripes. Now the tiger knows it has those stripes. Would that mean they will just go away? Of course not. So there are some moments that you experience in a narcissistic relationship when the narcissist might say exactly what you always wanted them to say in terms of confessing to their crime, saying that I do not have empathy, or I have been unkind to you, I have not been the best of partners, I have been this way, I have been that way. The thing that you have always pointed out, but they never admitted to any of that. They never accepted it. But here they are, you are having this conversation with them, or you're just kind of giving them the supply by paying attention and listening, not saying anything all. You're letting them speak. So they say it, and your heart races. You're like, wow, where is that coming from? Does that mean my work that I am doing on them, the things that I am pointing out to them, it's working? Is it magic? What's happening? Well, nothing is happening. The narcissist was always aware of not their condition, but the way they think, the way they interact with others, the way they treat others, but it didn't matter to them. As I explained in the earlier part of this episode, they just somehow justify it. They're like, yeah, that is what it is. This is who I am. This is my tag. So get used to it. When admitting to not their faults, but basically their personality structure and how they function, they do not expect you to point out the need to change them. No, if you were to do that, then you will become the bad one. Why? Because you do not accept them as they are. You are putting pressure on them to become someone they are not. Then you become the bad partner. Then you become controlling. Then you become the one who always has a problem with their behavior. Here they were admitting, here they were trying to open their heart, and you just destroyed the moment by just saying the wrong thing. So that is how it goes. These near confession moments show us narcissists are aware of what they are doing, but they do not care. They either think you made them do it, or something else happened of which their behavior was a reaction. That's it. In both of these cases, their behavior is justified in their head. It's like, yeah, that is what I did, that is who I am. Isn't the whole world like that? That is the generalization. These narcissists also have this cognitive bias, we call it, this cognitive distortion, that everybody acts the same way. These people think nobody has true empathy. Everybody is putting on a show. Everybody is treating each other nicely to get what they want. And what wrong am I doing if everybody is like that? So this lack of insight, this generalization, doesn't let the narcissist interact with the real world, because the only world that exists for them is centered around the narcissist. Everybody is a reflection of their self to the narcissist. Nobody exists beyond their own false self. This is an illusion caused by a false self, where everything and everyone performs only one function, and that is to enable the false self's narrative of omnipotence, of grandiosity, entitlement, whatever the traits of a narcissist are. Essentially, and in simple terms, they never know you. They never know other people, so they never form connections. Isn't that obvious? In conclusion, we can say a narcissist may have these near moments of confession or near moments of admission, but actually these are not confessions. Having a narcissist say, I do not have empathy, does not mean they will have empathy now. Of course not. It just means that they know they have stripes, they have spots on their body like a cheetah. That's it. This awareness is of no use. Yes, you have it, so what? It doesn't lead to any change, because in therapy, it's always said you need to become aware of the problem. You need to bring unconscious to conscious, and then possibly that could lead to behavioral change. It doesn't always work. At least it doesn't work in the case of a narcissist. Having that said, do not hold on to that hopeless hope. If you are holding on to that, if the narcissist has had a moment of clarity and has admitted to their faults, which is a rare occasion, that won't lead to anywhere. That will always keep you stuck. So free yourself by accepting that is who they are, and that is who they will remain until the very end. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, please make sure to share it with others. Drop a like. Let me know in the comments what was the most helpful part of this episode today. I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.